Within these two last year, guys, we probably had the biggest release of anime movies in history, right? We had Ino, we had Suzume, Belle, and The Boy and the Heron. I mean, these are big name releases. Like back in the day, these movies will not release this back to back. So you'd think that we'd probably get, the best cinematic experience we've ever had in a while. Probably considered almost a golden era. And I'm sad to say, but there's something all these movies have in common, and that's that they suck. Whoa, guys, before you even start crucifying the comments, let me finish ironing my pants. We're going to Anime Los Angeles, and along the way, I just want to explain to you why I think these movies weren't as good as they should have been. Anyways, let's get ready.
Like that for you. Hey. Got a super bad bitch, feel like Jonah Hill. Look at how she walk, and you know it's real.
So you guys are end up laughing because I actually forgot my mic on the way here. So because of that mistake, I ended up accidentally making this new genre, which is VTuber vlogging. Whoa, that's actually kind of cool, huh? Making a new genre because of a mistake. Anyways, I digress. But why do I even think these movies suck in the first place? Well, it's for three main reasons. First, it's the romance. Second, it's the ambition. And third, it's because of the pacing. Let me explain. Now, I'm not saying these movies sucked because of the romance, they sucked because they forced the romance. Take Suzume for example. Their romance is not only weird because Suzume is a minor with the mid-20s college student, but also because throughout the film, we've never got a chance for the chemistry to blossom, as there's always too much going on. And not to mention, they barely even knew each other for 3 days. With that, like, how am I supposed to not cringe when she gets all emotional about a stranger? Like, bitch, it takes me at least a week to remember someone's name. Now I've seen forums online with solid theories explaining as to why Soda shipping was valid, but as convincing as they sound, it was just badly executed in the movie, no matter how you put it. Belle had the same issues of romance, except it was 10 times worse, because not only was there a romance, there was like a weird love triangle that just became irrelevant later. It was just a waste of 15 minutes. But the real reason I dislike the romance so much is because it hurts the movie's protagonists by weakening their resolve. For instance, Suzume's spotlight was taken away by some cheap candy eye for the ladies. Her story should have been a girl who saves Japan by overcoming her traumas. Instead, it becomes a girl who fell in love and then saved Japan. As you guys can see here, today's a bit quiet at the convention. Yesterday, guys, it was like super jam-packed with cosplayers. Legit, I don't think I've ever seen that many cosplayers in my life. And my goal is to cosplay this year, because I do actually have some cosplays, believe it or not. Unfortunately, they just don't fit me because your boy is a little chubby right now. Anyways, let's check out the main hall. Suzume, Belle, and The Boy and the Heron all tried so hard to surpass their latest films. So much so to the point that they forgot to make a good movie in the process. For Belle and Suzume, they added so many characters and plots that it just would have been better as a series. Then you have The Boy and the Heron that was so unnecessarily deep that you gotta travel to the center of the earth to find the meaning of the movie. But all these movies bit off more than they could chew. I respect them for being ambitious, but sadly this time the gamble just didn't pay off. I think that these directors might have felt the pressure to make these over-the-top film stories because they were worried we might think lesser of them, when in reality, what we needed, what the audience needed, was a movie that was more contained, as that would have been more refreshing. As I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but a lot of movies nowadays are just trying to make these grand scale movies that are always like over the top, right? And I think it'd be nice to get a homegrown story once again, something that we'd find relatable. Because what I loved about these studios is how relatable their films were. They were masters at making complex issues more digestible. Instead today, I find that they make simple concepts too complicated, which in result, the movies come off more confusing than actually profound. The exhibit hall this year was pretty decent. I bought this Fiona sticker, as you guys already know, she's the best girl. And if whoever wants to fight me in the comments, we can go at it. Also, this energy drink brand was super good. Like, I'm not an energy drink person, but I actually really wanted to buy a shaker bottle. Unfortunately, the design was too lewd for me to actually rock at the gym, so I didn't end up buying one.
You're faking a fraud.
One thing that caught me by surprise was how empty the space was. There's definitely more room for more vendors, but I guess they didn't want to have more people. Overall, I gave the exhibit hall this year a B+. The pacing for these movies was horrendous. You either needed Adderall to keep up with the movie, or you needed coffee to even stay awake. This is something that naturally is going to exhaust your audience, which is a clear indication that your movie isn't polished enough. Now, the two biggest offenders of this are The Boy and Heron and Ino. The Boy and Heron legit had me falling asleep. Like the first half of the movie, I was really fighting hard not to fall asleep. Normally, I would blame the gallon of soda and greasy pizza, but because of my dieting, I didn't have any that day. So I know for a fact that movie was boring. And as much as I want to butcher Ino for staying on the same song for freaking 13 minutes, I can recognize that it's opera inspired and maybe it's meant to be that way. I don't know. I don't know enough about opera. However, there's no rule that you gotta stay true to the art and not woe your audience or make it more digestible for them, right? I mean, I'm not a fan of musicals, but La La Land is still one of my favorite movies of all time, proving that any art can be captivating, you just gotta hack it. At the end of the day, I understand that some pieces of work aren't aimed for everybody, and if you guys enjoyed that, that's great. The only reason I'm calling these movies out is because I've noticed there's a lot of yes men in the community, and I'm glad that The Boy and Heron won a Golden Globe. It's great to see anime start getting recognition and, you know, starting to get up there in the world. But I didn't want it to be like this. I wanted to win when it truly deserved it, and especially to win when there's a lot of good competition, because let's be honest, there wasn't really much great competition last year. So naturally, you know, Suzume and this movie are gonna win. Times where I think that you know, movies like Your Name, Wolf Children, those movies were completely robbed, you know, and those movies were definitely worthy of Golden Globes. Obviously they didn't win it, and how do you say it, to see them win it for a movie that wasn't as good, I don't know, it just doesn't make the win or the triumph as satisfying. But who knows, maybe this is just a bad era for movies and we're going to return to the golden era soon. Who knows? But anyways, that's just my opinion. Overall, I had fun at Anime Los Angeles. If you guys went, you know, let me know in the comments down below if you guys enjoyed it. I think it's a great you know, place to go. I think certainly the best days to go are like Thursdays and Fridays. I feel like Saturday was a little bit boring. The after party was kind of disappointing. Overall, my thoughts about Anime Los Angeles, guys, I think it's a great convention. For sure, Thursdays and Fridays are the best days to come because it's jam-packed with cool stuff. If you guys are coming to Anime Los Angeles, I highly encourage you to come. Just come on Friday and Thursday for sure. That's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hopefully you guys don't hate me too much. Catch you in the next one.